God dang. You ever have one of those days that an old friend comes to your house, he knocks on the door, and he found Jesus? That's what it feels like these days. Hello,
I don't have
everyone.
friends.
Well, you're married. That's the only friend you need. I mean, you don't need anyone else. Hello, Rick.
Hello, I'm back.
I mean, you have a dog too. There you
Yes,
go.
got a little puppy.
I mean,
Man's
you make
best
it sound
friend.
like, oh yeah, you have Wasabi. He can be your friend.
There you go. I do have friends. People care.
How's life? Are you staying safe out there?
Yeah, still working from home, so that's good. I don't have to expose myself to the virus. I can just stay home and do my own thing. I got back into playing guitar, so I went out and bought a new amp, and I
Yeah.
retuned my electric.
Rick's gonna play some guitar. He's gonna play Last of Us music with us. Yeah.
But yeah, I got back into that. I even bought Rocksmith on Steam to help me work out my scales, but I can't find a compatible cable that'll work with it
Oh
without
damn it!
spending like $50 on the official
Damn it, Ross Smith!
Is it taboo? Answer me this question: is it taboo to play "Stairway to Heaven" in the Guitar Store?
No.
If you want to be that guy, I mean, Stairway to Heaven and Crazy Train are like the two riffs that you want to stay away from because like everybody plays them.
I know
I
it's
go back and
weird
forth.
from
Part of me is like, don't be that guy. Another part of me is like, you got to start somewhere.
What about Guns N' Roses?
I mean, you have to ask a Guns N' Roses fan that. I don't care either way.
But Stairway to Heaven is so good. It's 8 minutes long.
There's this funny video on YouTube where there's this like Chicago music store in like New York. It's like the biggest Chicago store in the country. And there's a video of an employee recording a video in the store, and it's just so many people playing different guitar riffs. It's disgusting. It sounds awful.
Would you rather them play the Impona riff instead? Like, what do you
They're
want them to
all
do?
playing something. There's like 100 people in the store testing out guitars, and they're all playing something different.
That
And it
sounds like a
sounds
nightmare.
awful. It sounds awful, dude.
I'm sure it does sound awful. Nah, I like Stairway to Heaven. Fuck it. It makes me wonder. I started back to work, or actually, I started a new job and went back to work. So isn't that fun? And then the old job fired me. Oh well. You know what's nice? Pulled pork.
Well, pork is delicious.
Pulled
Yummy.
pork is great. That's all I wanted to say about that. Pulled pork for the win.
You know what I like? Pulled pork.
I haven't had pulled pork in 14 years.
You know what's good? Sushi.
Sushi
Oh.
is fantastic.
There's this like the sushi cart by where I live that it's like Mexican owned. So they make a lot of like more Western rolls, like California rolls and stuff. But they put like a Mexican spin on it, and it's fucking delicious.
What
That
the hell
sounds
is with
crazy.
what the hell is with the Mexicans getting into everything? They're getting into sushi. They're
Make it
getting into
better, dude.
pizza. They're getting into everything.
Real talk. So my cousin and I go down to Mexico every once in a while. We haven't gone because of COVID, but he's been hyping up this like sushi place by Rocky Point that's supposed to be like delicious. And I don't know what it is, but because like Rocky Point's like so close to the ocean, like they get really fresh fish there, which I can't get really here in Tucson. Like if you get fish in Tucson, it's probably been frozen. If not, you're paying an arm and a leg for it. So I really want to try this. According to him, like most places, like just taste better in Mexico. Like he goes to Little Caesars there all the time. So apparently it tastes like premium pizza. It doesn't taste like cheap pizza.
They just cheap it up for us because we don't know better.
I think a big part of it too is like the distributors, like where they get their ingredients from. I think that has a big part of it, but I don't know. I haven't tested it. Maybe when this COVID thing dies down, I'll do a video review on Mexican Little Caesars versus American Little Caesars.
All right, so Rick, have you ever been to a Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, I've gone a couple times. I love it.
Really?
Yeah. have a
I
couple of
work.
them here.
You do. All right. You ever experience the line dance
No. What is the
You-
line dance?
when the girls and the guys get up and they line dance?
Never ever.
You never eat in, did you?
No. I've eaten there a couple times. I saw Michael Moore there once. That was pretty cool.
Wait, Michael Moore was
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah, it was him. He had the fucking hat and everything. I was like, holy shit, that's Michael Moore. And I wanted to say something, but I was eating with my mom, and she's like, no, leave him alone. He's probably busy. I was like, he's not busy. He's in a fucking Texas
No,
Roadhouse.
no, he would probably enjoy that. He's probably the only person that would like someone to go like, "Hey, Michael, how are you?" He's like, "Hey, how are you?"
What's funny is that, like, funny story about that. Like a couple weeks ago, so my stepmom worked as a nurse, and she treated Michael Moore like about a week or two before I saw him at Texas Roadhouse. So like that's how I knew like this has got to be him. This isn't some dude that looks like him. This is the Michael Moore. Like he looked just like him. He had a fucking hat on and everything. Like this was Michael Moore, and I was like, I wish I'd said hi. That's like one of my biggest regrets. I didn't at least like say hi.
Are you a rib guy? Do you know anything about ribs?
I'm more of a steak guy, but I appreciate ribs.
Okay. I had the ribs. They were for training, and it wasn't sweet. I was very confused.
Well, it depends on how you cook it. Like
I was very confused.
some people like a sweet, like a sweet sauce on their ribs. Not me though. I think it fucks the flavor of the meat. Well, pork is like naturally like a lot sweeter than like most meat, so it pairs pretty well. But I'd rather get like meatier seasonings for my
Oh yeah,
ribs.
this is not sweet ribs. These are not. Yeah, but
I'm
that's
like
all I
a
want to
huge.
say.
I'm like a food snob. If you guys like can't tell, but
Well, that's why I'm asking you about the ribs. I had the steak. Like I think I'm not a steak guy. Like I'm not a steak connoisseur. I'm not like someone that goes like, this steak is medium rare. How dare you?
it's supposed to be. But continue.
Or whatever, or rare, or medium well, or medium, or whatever. Like I'm the a-hole that likes it well done past the minute. So yeah, I like my shit dead.
Oh my god.
So
We're a video game podcast, right?
well, people gotta eat, man. And speaking of eating, what have you been playing? I know Wasabi's been playing that Rocket Arena, that game that's gonna be dead in T minus 2 weeks.
What is Rocket Arena? I've never heard of that.
So Rocket Arena is a game that who the fuck makes this game? I should know that.
A
Before
bunch of
I,
indie dudes.
yeah, a bunch of indie guys.
Looks good.
It's by Final Strike Games. So
Great name.
originally they made this game. It was originally first person. So if you don't know what Rocket Arena is, the history of Rocket Arena, it started out as a Quake mod.
It looks
Really?
like one.
Where it was 1v1 rockets and you just fucking duke it out on the map, and then that was it. And it kind of evolved into different game modes where you can use like rail guns, or you can have like team battles, but the premise was the same. It was just rockets only, or rail guns only, or whatever. So now comes this game that calls itself Rocket Arena, but has nothing to do with that game mode at all. So
What?
People-
I thought it was like an evolution of it.
people are gonna be upset at the name because there's nothing to do with that. It's
Nope.
kind of similar though. So this is a 3v3 shooter where you're still using rockets, but it's like a hero shooter. So there's 10 different heroes, and they each have a different style of rocket. Like some of them have like a chain gun rockets, or there's one character that's like a water character, and she uses like a water gun, and she can charge her shit up. There's another guy that has like a sniper rifle and like a musket. So it's a hero shooter. They all have different abilities. And the unique thing about this, what makes this game cool, is that it has like a knockout mechanic that's kind of similar to Power Stone or Smash Brothers. So you don't kill people by you don't have hit points. You just have the more damage you do, the more you get knocked back. And
Ooh.
once you hit critical, once you get knocked out of the ring, that's how you get a KO.
I kind of dig it, dude. I'm into this. I'm watching the gameplay. It
Absolutely.
looks like
I don't.
fun.
I don't. When I say this game's gonna die, it doesn't mean that the game's not fun.
Yeah, so here's the problem though. Here's where the problem is. So the game was originally going to be free to play, but I guess Final Strike, the developers were kind of shopping it around, looking for a publisher, and they landed on EA.
Uh-oh.
They sure did.
So now the game is $30, and it has a battle pass, and
Oh.
and it has microtransactions.
Oh.
So
Didn't you buy the game? Didn't they give you a free battle pass?
no, battle pass is
They
not.
did?
Well,
That is ridiculous, dude.
so you can the battle pass isn't out yet, but you can pre-order it,
Oh.
which is weird. So I don't know how the battle pass works, but I know that it has one.
This game gets better and better every time we
The
talk
more,
about it.
the more you describe it, the less and less excited I am for it.
Yeah, see, and that's kind of the problem because I played 3 hours of it. It's super fun. I actually put some footage up in the stream
But
here,
it
but
sounds super predatory, though.
it's I don't know because I feel like people just aren't gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I feel like the price sets the game not to buy it.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
but
it was
also-
$30 and I get it and I get a game out of it, I'm fine with that. But if they're gonna have a battle pass on top of microtransactions, just make it free to play then. Why you gotta charge $30 for it?
yeah. So it does the
Oh,
whole
God.
thing where their currency is called rocket fuel.
Oh,
Of course it is.
Does the whole thing where you can go from $5 to $99.99 and get your best value and shit like that. It's one of those.
that kind of pisses me off, actually. I'm a lot less excited for this.
But it has crossplay. It has it's completely crossplay out of the gate.
Yeah, but still, even though it has crossplay, I'm like, this still sounds like a bad proposition.
Yeah, I was surprised. I downloaded it at 3 a.m.
Sure does.
today, and there were a lot of people playing. So I don't know. I don't know if it's on EA Access. It's going to need something either PlayStation Plus or EA Access or Game Pad. It's going to need something to survive, or else it's going to go the way of Lawbreakers and it's just going to die, which is unfortunate because the game's really fucking fun. But
I think I'll give it a couple weeks. I'll see what the trend is, and if it's still hitting a good player count after a month or maybe a couple 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, I'll pick it up. But
here's the problem with games like this. I feel like people moved away from the Quake Arena kind of game, like the Lawbreakers and the other ones that try to go to it, the Heretics of the world and the other ones. It's I'm not saying that they shouldn't come back, but it just seems like everyone it's just this one shot itself in the foot at it's 30. It's 30.
yeah.
You look at it and you go well, that's not a high price. It's not. It's just a little too. It's not an Overwatch. You're not Overwatch. Sorry.
It should either be 30 with no bullshit or free, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want because you got to monetize your game somehow. But with the paying upfront plus the fucking bullshit is just that's too much, dude. Yeah, I don't know. The game's
it's
fun.
it's a huge bummer because the game looks like fun. I want to play it, but after hearing about it, I'm like, nothing killed my boner more than hearing you talk about it. It's a huge
sounds
bummer.
fun. It sounds fun.
It does. But I mean, and I think you're onto something, Raven, about like a lot of these gameplay modes, like not being too accessible. Like Quake Champions was a thing that's still getting updates, surprisingly, even though like the same like couple hundred people are playing it.
Yeah, that kind of, and that game is free and it's on browser, and it's the appetite for that style of shooter is just not there.
It's
And
funny because like when Quake Champions came out, I was like super into it. Like I played it almost religiously for like a couple months. And then I stopped playing. And when I got back into it, the skill ceiling was just so much higher than what I had been playing with.
and the precision of hitting people, you have to hit
Yeah.
people in such a way. And I'm not saying that can't be fun. And look, I'm just saying like they might have to lower the price of this game to be $20.
Yeah.
I feel like or
20
15.
even, like it needs to be free.
For free.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, Ninjala got to 3 million people downloaded. Does that mean that game's successful? Probably. I don't know. But we're going to find out.
I forgot that existed.
Indeed. Ninjala's a thing, and it's free. And I paid $6 into it? Not a lot.
Is it solid though? Does it scratch that Splatoon itch, or is it just like a shameless?
But also it has like a story mode thing that you can buy for like $5. You're like, yeah, fuck, it's $5. But yeah, it's fun, it's cute, except for it's like you know what I hate? I wish more now games like Fortnite, how Fortnite has like 1 billion skins for 1 billion things. It's not that I'm like, oh, I'll spend $10 on this stupid skin that's really cute and sexy. And in Ninjala, I can't buy the super sexy skin that I want. I'm sad. That's all I want.
One more thing about Rocket Arena. The characters, so it has different game modes. There's one game mode where it's like King of the Hill. There's another one that's it's like capture the basketball or some shit like that.
Capture the basketball.
It's
Really?
not, that's not what it's called, but it's called like it involves like taking a ball and then like dunking it in the other team's goal.
I mean, I'm down. It sounds like fun. Game modes are fun.
The problem with these game modes is that the characters are super unbalanced. There's some characters.
Oh, that's what's gonna kill it.
There's some characters that can teleport. So when you get that game mode, they can just get the ball, fucking teleport all over the place, and then like score instantly. It's fucking ridiculous. And then there's another character. wait, there's another character that I found called. Okay, if you're playing this game, fucking use Mystine, because she is the most unbalanced character I've ever seen in my life. She has a fucking shield, and she can duplicate herself, and her clone fucking can attack and does damage like on its own, and then you can like switch to her clone at any point you want. It's fucking ridiculous. It doesn't sound like a lot, but compared to all the other characters,
it's fucking game mode. It could fuck that game mode. Like
in general, it's overpowered because no one has once you take damage, you have a dodge. Everyone has a dodge move that's like if you played Smash Brothers, it's like the air dodge you can do. It's like that. It's just, but it's on a cooldown, so you can't always do it. But this character has a fucking shield, so she can just negate all damage for a certain period of time, and then she can also make a clone of herself, and that clone can also attack and kill people. So
it's frustrating as a motherfucker.
Super overpowered. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fun game, and I hate to see it die like this, but it's unfortunate.
Oh, it will. This sounds like a tragedy all around.
We'll have to see what happens, though. I mean, if it's still got a good player base in a couple weeks.
No, I agree. It just sounds. You know, when I said it, we were playing Halo 3 last night. I'm like, this game sounds amazing, but sadly, it's going to follow the fate of death.
Yeah, like Lawbreakers was a great game, but they didn't do it right. So, like,
yeah.
Also,
that game didn't have any microtransactions and shit.
Look, and before people say like, "Oh, you're saying it's gonna," I'm like, if they get their shit together with the $30 and actually update it and actually have, their live stuff in place and everything there, it'll probably do okay. And also, I just feel like no one knows what this game is. You're right. If this game came out on PSN Plus, it's like it's free. Like Rocket League coming out on PSN Plus and being like a free game really helped it.
Yeah.
Really, really helped it. It didn't help. It didn't hurt that game was like what, $20?
Especially since before it came out on PS Plus, they had that beta test, and it got a very lukewarm response during that.
Yeah.
Like that game didn't blow up until everyone got it for free.
Yeah, after everyone got it for free, that game just took off in the stratosphere, and those people are now owned by Epic. Those dudes are now owned by Epic. Like, it worked out.
I mean, it's good for them. They made a good game. People like to play it.
Speaking of a good game, how do you people feel about Halo 3?
I haven't played it yet. It's downloaded, but I haven't played it yet. Well, I played it. Obviously, I played it like when it came out, like 13 years ago.
Okay, good.
But I haven't played it on PC yet. Now that it's re-released on Steam, I haven't played the Steam release yet.
How do you feel about racist people screaming the N-word at you?
I don't like it. I want those people to die in a fire.
And okay, all right. Welcome to Halo 3 on PC for one. That was my first match. Every match has been a trash fire. Every time when one of these Halos come out, it's always some racist asshole.
That's frustrating.
Oh, great. Yeah, Halo 3 is now on PC. Fucking finally, the game we always wanted.
I'm probably gonna start playing it after this, or jump back on Last of Us. By the way, I'm playing Last of Us 2 now, so that's
Nice.
okay.
Nice.
I didn't buy a copy, mind you. My brother finished it, and he wanted someone to talk to about the game, so he sent me his copy. So
I want you to talk about this.
Basically,
hi, I need you to play this. Start right now.
Basically, he's like, I need you to play this so I can talk to someone. And so I'm like, okay, cool.
It's a game that sparks discussion, man. That's what I love about it. Like, whether you love it or hate it.
It's funny you say that, because you were kind of lukewarm to the first Last of Us. But I feel like you're more positive to the sequel. Yeah.
I'm not positive on it. I just haven't said anything about it. I just haven't said anything about it because I don't want to spoil anything. It's a game you can't talk about without spoiling shit. So
you really can't.
But I'm not positive on it. If that's
we should have. I'm throwing this idea out here now. When I finish the game, we should have like a podcast for Last of Us 2, just a spoiler heavy, now the dust settled podcast for Last of Us 2, just to talk about it.
Yeah,
just get our thoughts out there. I'm 100% down.
Also, people are literally dancing on his grave because the sales dropped off 80% or some shit. It happens to every game.
I mean,
it doesn't have any replayability.
Yeah, I'm gonna say most single player games drop off in price pretty quickly, unless you're a Nintendo game. Yeah.
It was just one of those things. It's like people are dancing on its grave, going like, "Yeah, this game's a failure." But like, well,
it's fucking far from a failure. It's very far from a failure.
It's just weird how someone's like, "Yeah, this game's not selling anymore." It's like, we win. And I'm like, no, you did, but whatever. It's just weird how people just cumulate that with like failure. They go like, "Yeah, the game dropped in 80%, and look at all these copies." And I'm like, yeah.
I mean, let them think what they want to think. They're wrong, but they're happy to think it.
Whatever. I'm just so sick and tired of hearing about these people talk about like, oh, about stuff. I'm not even mad at the game. Game's made. Like, people are mad that the game is made. I'm like, I'm not mad the game's made. I'm just mad at the people talking about it. Shut up.
I can't wait to try it, and I'm staying away from spoilers as much as I can. I know as I say that, there are people like rubbing their hands together like, oh, I'm going to fuck this experience up for him. But so far, I dig it, man. The story's pretty good. Some of the puzzles are pretty creative. I was a little impressed with them so far. I like it's a bit more of an open world type of feel to it. Like the levels are these huge like sandboxes you can kind of go around and discover stuff in. Kind of like there are some parts in Uncharted 4 that were like that. And I think the expansion for Uncharted 4 did that a little bit more too.
Pizza, man, pizza.
Like I like it. It's like open world without being an annoying open world game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't get to whatever, but you'll see.
Pizza, no, I'm not there yet.
We'll talk about whatever you get to, wherever you're gonna get to.
I just got the big spoiler in the beginning.
Oh, you're still in the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, I got past the big spoiler in the beginning.
Oh, that one.
And I am now in Washington or Seattle, going to Seattle.
All right, go to Seattle. Go visit our man.
Yeah, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to be like careful, like not to spoil things, but
yep,
that's where I am now.
All right, sounds good. So you've been playing The Last of Us Part 2 and Halo 3 is now on PC. The life is good.
Like when I say I've been playing it, I mean like I just got it like last night, and like it just came in last night, and I played it this morning.
Third game of Master Chief's really.
Also, I'm still playing Salt and Sanctuary. That game's still phenomenal. Hard as balls, but phenomenal.
I've been playing The Dishwasher.
Dishwasher's good too. I've been playing that. I dumped about 2 hours into that.
Dishwasher's great. Except for the fucking dude that throws the grenade doesn't even say fire in the hole anymore. So sad.
And he can fuck off.
You don't even. I like that's my favorite fucking part. How come you don't even say fire in the hole grenade?
Like anyone listening, if you take anything away from this, just go on Steam and buy all of Scott Studios' library. You're not gonna regret it.
$8.
Yeah. Even now, if it's not on sale, it's still worth picking up. Like their games are phenomenal.
Yeah, I had to have the Dishwasher in my life. I've got to have this. My next one, I want to try Salt and Sanctuary.
It's good. It's hard, but it's good. And I totally like dicked over my build. So now like I do a shit ton of damage, but I fucking can't take a hit. And it's making the game way harder for me than I needed to make it. So I'm at this weird crossroads where I'm like, I can try to like push forward and try to get through it, or like grind.
Is Vampire Smile the expansion? Because it seems like there's way more content in this one.
I think it's the sequel to Dishwasher, isn't it?
It might be. It's combined in it. The Dishwasher and Vampire Smiles is one thing. Because you're probably right.
Because I have no idea what's going on. I've never played Dishwasher. So when I was playing it, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I in space? What is happening?
That game is so weird. I just love that it's just called The Dishwasher. People are like, what the hell is this? The Dishwasher.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, okay, so I'm like some dishwasher samurai on the moon. Like, that's cool. Like, I had no fucking clue what's going on. I don't care, though. Like, it's still a fun game. I don't care.
You got butcher knives, man. Butcher knives. You're just slicing people to death. It's great.
Yeah, the description says it's the follow-up to Dead Samurai the Dishwasher, so it is a sequel. But don't let that dissuade you, because it's still fun. Like, just point me in the direction of shit you want to die, and I'll have fun.
Wait, Dead Samurai the Dishwasher? What? Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Point is, I think we're getting a little off topic. Point is, game's good. Go pick it up. We talked about it the last time I was on the podcast. It's really good. If you're listening, go get it.
Also, Halo 3 is really good.
Also, Rocket Arena is pretty good.
Yeah. Play it before it dies.
Last of Us 2 is good. Go play that before it gets spoiled for you. If you care about that kind of thing.
Or you can go talk to your nearest brother-in-law, and he'll give you your copy before he burns it.
But yeah, that's what I was doing. Moving on. I think we got to talk about the Ubisoft Forward event yesterday, which I want to start with. the other day, which I want to start with. I did not. I started to watch it because of that Watch Dogs 2 promotion they were doing.
Yep.
And then when I couldn't get logged in and Ubisoft announced, oh, we're going to give it to everyone anyway, just enjoy the show. I was like, cool, I don't have to watch this shit anymore. And then I left. I got the cliff notes of it afterwards, though.
Is that what people really did? Was the carrot on the stick was, hey, come watch this, you'll get this game?
That was my carrot. And when they took it away, I was like, all right, well, fuck this show then. Because, like, dude, let's be honest here. Like, Ubisoft, they're not the same level as, like, Sony or Microsoft or even EA.
It's like, fuck you, go away.
Like, what have they got coming out that's going to, like, set the world on fire? Oh, a new Far Cry game, a new Assassin's Creed game, a new Watch Dogs game, like they had last year.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah,
that wasn't even there.
Announced. And I knew it wasn't going to get announced. I knew it wasn't going to get announced.
Man. Skull and Crossbones, missing. Beyond
exactly.
Good and Evil, missing.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to sit through all this crap to maybe get a game I want. I'm going to wait till it's done and then check out like Kotaku and hear the SparkNotes version.
Also, you want to know what's crazy? Cyberpunk and Assassin's Creed are coming out literally days and hours apart.
Oh, Assassin's Creed is going to get fucked.
Cyberpunk is coming out on a Thursday, November 16th. Why? Fuck me, I don't know. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla is coming out on that Friday, where a PlayStation or an Xbox might launch, maybe.
Ooh, Assassin's Creed is getting fucked. Oh, that is not that. How bad do you think their sales are going to be affected by Cyberpunk?
I'm just saying that that's just not a place you want to be.
Yeah.
It's just not. Like, I was like, ooh, Assassin's Creed. I'm like, well, Cyberpunk is literally the day before it. Yeah. Literally.
And while we're at it, Assassin's Creed Valhalla doesn't look bad. It looks like Witcher.
I want to say this before people get all mad. I'm gonna play this. I really am. I played every single Assassin's Creed game you could fucking imagine. Why would I not play this? It's Vikings. You go around, you pillage people. Yeah, you can be female, you can be whatever. You can pretend you're Rose Nyland going around murdering motherfuckers. It's gonna be great.
See, like, I want to get into Assassin's Creed, but there's so many goddamn games. I don't know where to start.
Start with 4.
Start with 4. So skip 1, skip the entire Ezio trilogy, skip 3, just go right to 4. Okay, cool.
Start with 4.
All right, cool.
Like, why start with 4? Because 4, you get a boat.
All right.
You get a boat. And not only it doesn't matter what the Ezio story. It's just a nice little. It's off in its own little world. You don't need to know anything. There's sheet shanties. You got a boat. You get to pillage boats and tell people and upgrade your boat. It's a great time.
Isn't Black Flag the better 4?
Yeah, Black Flag is the better 4. Like somehow.
I thought Black Flag was 4.
It is.
Is it? Oh, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag.
It was a launch game for the PS4. Game's great.
Okay.
Still great. Still great.
I'm into it.
I love Black Flag. It's like my favorite one.
Now, another thing I want to go over, Watch Dogs Legion.
Yes.
Looked really weird. It was like the tone shift from Watch Dogs 2 to Legion kind of remind me of the tone shift from like Rage to Rage 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that game didn't run very well.
Yeah, but Legion, though, it has this gimmick in the trailer. Like, you can recruit anyone, like, in London, and they all have their own, like, separate loadout, their own separate skills, abilities, and weaknesses. So it's got me thinking, like, how varied are the characters really going to be, or are they just going to be, like, randomly generated garbage?
I'm sure the person that's working on character designs is working day in, day out, making sure that all characters are different.
I think, again, I don't know Ubisoft's resources, but I think it's going to be mostly random generated garbage with a couple like standout characters, kind of like how the gems, the crystals worked in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. How the randomly generated blades work, and then there's some rare ones that were designed specifically to do something. I think we're gonna get kind of that with these characters in Watch Dogs, but maybe I'll be surprised. I don't know, but I don't have a lot of like hope for anything Ubisoft puts out.
Did that game have a release date of any sort?
Oh, it was just a gameplay trailer. I didn't see a release date in it, but I also like the whole time I was watching it, I was like, "Where the fuck is Watch Dogs 2? Where's my goddamn game?"
I feel like so people have played this already and they talked about it. It sounds like the lack of characters is a problem since there's no one like distinct protagonist. You really don't have anyone to latch on to and kind of be like, yeah, this is my character, or I really feel for this guy, or shit like that.
This game reminds me of Saints Row.
A
The way
little
they're
bit.
going, the way
Yeah.
they're going for like the craziness. We're like, you get a flying drone.
And
Not just that, but like towards the end of the gameplay trailer, there's like wrestling moves that these guys are doing.
you mentioned like the shift in tone between Watch Dogs 2 and this, but like there's been a shift in tone for this game. Like every time they show this game, the tone they use with it has shifted as well. Like the first time they showed this game, it was more like, yeah, there's issues in the world and we're gonna solve them and shit like that. And then like now it's just this is like fucking cheesy, like, oh, look at this guy, yeah, there's a chopper mate, and it's like, what the fuck?
You get to drive you get to be like this handyman and go around with a nail gun, fly on a drone. That took me kind of out. It's like the first one felt so serious. It's like your daughter, whoever's dead, and you gotta go find them. You're a hacker, and it's like this was like, fuck it, all that shit. Fuck it, everyone's go get them. Do this, do that. You get to fly a drone. It's like nothing against that, but if you just want to be silly Saints Row game, then you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I hear ya.
If you want to be silly game, then be silly game, and Saints Row does that. And this game's like, this is very serious. The world's going to shit, but you have this drone. If there was a drone in the UK and you're flying around, you would be not only shot down, they would beat the fuck out of you.
Well, I think that's like the point of the game, but no, I get you. It's I'll have to wait till it comes out. But I think they would have gotten more mileage instead of making this weird like gimmick of recruitable members. Is maybe let you make your own character and build them however you want. You know what I mean? Like take this aspect of these multiple characters and let you build your character however you want. With maybe like minor recruitable teammates or something. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but like Wasabi said, it's kind of hard to find someone to latch onto when you don't have like a set protagonist.
Yeah, but someone's gonna find their character.
And I think with each randomly generated character, I think there's like a set archetype for each of them. Like there's a spy archetype, and they can spawn with this set of skills, and construction worker archetype can spawn with this set of skills and shit like that. I think that's how they do it.
See, like, are we paying $60 for like a roguelike? Is that what I'm hearing here? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like roguelikes. Indie devs have been doing great roguelikes the past, 10 years. But how is that going to translate to like a story-driven single-player AAA game?
Yeah.
I feel like this story's gonna be a mess, but it's a video game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can the story work when you don't have a set protagonist? They showed off a couple villains, but
I'm just saying, like, they need to bridge why you can fly around a drone and do all this. Like, did London get taken over?
well, that's the thing in the trailer. It's like a military state now. So
Yeah, but
people
even
are,
if
like,
it is
fighting
a
back.
military state, the military always wins.
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, if the game's good, I'll take back what I said. If the game's good, but it sounds a little messy to me. But we'll see what
This
happens.
game does sound like an absolute mess of a game.
Yeah.
Sounds like, I don't know. I'm sure it is fun. I just felt like Saints Row went like, oh, Grand Theft Auto is serious. We're gonna go insane. We're gonna do all this insane bullshit, and that worked.
They showed a bunch of mobile shit after that.
They sure did show a bunch of mobile shit after that. What the fuck were they
Brawlhalla.
thinking? No, fuck you. Fuck this. Brawlhalla on iOS. How come it's not on iOS before? Do they not know who their audience is?
I don't know if you know this, but Brawlhalla is actually like the top, like it's top 5 most played on Steam.
Oh, good for them.
Really?
I think it's like top 4. Like it's the 4th most played game, concurrent users on Steam.
Well, it's that and PUBG. Good for them. Well, now it's got more competition, so it's gonna be dropped off soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, like
You
it's
know-
one of those games where you don't know about it until you like look it up, and it's like, oh shit, this shit's actually
Yeah,
really popular.
I know it has a pretty popular like esports scene.
It has
Yeah.
Asuka in it and all that stuff, but it's no Smash Brothers. It's just a fun little whatever that is. It's on everything
Yeah.
though.
So yeah, Brawlhalla's coming to iOS and Android. Might and Magic shit. They showed this Elite Squad, Tom Clancy's Elite Squad with the cock tease of Splinter Cell in there.
Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher.
Sam Fisher.
Yeah, don't know what the game is, but you can pre-order a gun.
Sure can.
So, so that's good to know. They showed a Hyperscape trailer.
Sure did.
You were gonna say
Which
something?
looked interesting until I found out Hyperscape was supposed to be like a
Another game that's probably gonna be on the chopping block.
well,
But
it's literally like another battle royale.
it's Ubisoft, so they
Yeah.
might just keep, working at it until it's a pretty bitch. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
And then
talking about this earlier. I was talking about this the other day of how the battle royale genre can fill so much more than what is happening right now. If you look at like Tetris 99,
Yeah.
if you look at Fall Guys, which Devolver's doing, which we're gonna look at in a second. But like games like that are battle royale games, but they're doing something completely fucking different. Like shit like this, Hyperscape, which is a completely forgettable name. When you put the word hyper in your fucking title, I'm gonna forget it. Like,
Yeah, like Hyper Fresh, Hyper Speed, Hyper Light Drifters. Yeah, I totally forgot about those escapes.
I keep trying to play this, but when it was in the testing phase, like I got to it too late, and then it ended, and then I had to re-download the game for the beta. But I don't know, it looks okay for what it is, but it's just another one of these. Like I just don't.
Exactly. It's another battle royale, dude. Like what makes this one different from the other ones? Your fucking aesthetic, which by the way, Cyberpunk is doing way better. So like what's the point? Like why even bother? Why should I look at it versus the other like hundreds of battle royale games that are doing great now? You know what I mean? Like
The only gimmick is they said is because of the Twitch integration. It's like, well, okay, like that is a new thing.
Yeah. Well, it kind
and
of
is that really
for-
enough? Well, is that enough to like compete with? I don't want to bring up Fortnite because it's kind of an easy target, but Fortnite's got that market dominated right now.
Fortnite, PUBG,
yeah,
I mean, but it's not as big as it was. It's still big, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, oh my god.
yeah. But if you look at other battle royale games that are trying to compete with it, I think the closest competitor is probably Valorant.
Apex. We forgot about Apex.
Apex Legends. Sorry, I meant Apex Legends.
Yeah.
And even then, it doesn't even hold a candle to the numbers that Fortnite's putting out.
And I don't want to play Apex Legends ever again.
Well, so like, why even bother competing with it? Make something new.
And Clef5 in the chat called it Hyperspace. That's not what it's called. See, that's what I mean by the title is forgettable. It's called Hyperscape.
The
But
title's
yeah, like
forgettable. It's a genre that's already oversaturated with an art style that would have been impressive and interesting 5 years ago before Cyberpunk got announced. Like, well,
yeah,
it's super. There's nothing about that game that screams out like it's going to be a hit. Again, if it is, I'll eat my words, but I'm not impressed, and I don't think really anyone else is.
yeah. I'm gonna try it maybe later today or tomorrow, just so I can see what the fuck it is. But probably not. Probably not gonna last.
I like how we
Yeah.
keep chopping off games, saying like this was gonna die, this was gonna die. What with the Grim Reaper?
Like, I don't want it to die, but like, let's be honest here. Like, what has it got that these other battle royales don't got? You know?
Also, if you're going to do a battle royale, you need skins, you need rapid iteration. I'm not saying well the other one didn't have rapid. It's updated enough, but you know what I mean. Like if you just let it go out there to die, it will die.
Yeah. Then they showed Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Which
What's
I,
this?
I have a weird opinion on this. When I first got announced, I was like, yes, because Vikings are very well known assassins. And then I saw the gameplay and I was like, oh, they're just not doing that. They're just letting you rush in with like 2 axes to fuck people up. Which I'm happy with. They're not trying to shoehorn this like stealth mechanic that's been common in the other games. There's still stealth in it, but from the trailer I saw, like just doing what Vikings do looks a lot funner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
They said you
And
can
all the shit
switch
talking aside, it
between.
looks cool.
They said you can switch between the male and the female Ivor, like whenever the fuck you want, which seems weird to me. But
I don't like that idea.
yeah, I
I'm
much
not for
rather
it.
prefer. I prefer when they stick to a character, like
I
because then you get like when what happened in like Odyssey was like, hey, don't pick the dude guy because he fucking sucks. So everyone just plays the female one anyway, and it's like, okay, well, why even have both? Why even have both?
Well, I didn't hear about that. What made the
also
male character suck in Odyssey?
Just the actor sucked, and like
yeah,
I don't know,
Oh,
like yeah,
I play as the female character, and you know it's way more entertaining when she goes to the lesbian hut. Well, one of the scenes in that is the his husband can't get it up, and she pleasures her to she can. It's like great job, a hole. You can't even pleasure your own wife. Got it.
Assassin's Creed got weird.
Assassin's Creed got really weird. Got long and weird. I need
I
to
Especially
finish.
lost the I lost the story to these a long time ago. Like I'm not
I
sure.
I need to finish Odyssey. That game is long, and I
Yeah.
bought the super deluxe super story pack. So I have everything that game ever fucking gave, and I mean it's all shit. It's like 2 Assassin's Creed remasters and DLC up the ass. It's like holy shit.
Well, Clef5 said I would prefer they grow some balls and just make the character female only.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Female only
female.
or male only, like either way, like cuz last time they did
Female.
it was Origins,
You
and
don't
who
know.
was it there? Bayek?
Yeah,
Is that his name? I didn't play that
buy it.
one. But
They did one. What was it? It was the one in New Orleans. That was a female assassin. But that one was weird.
no one played that though.
New Orleans. I don't remember that
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
Rogue?
There's
Is
one set.
it Rogue?
No,
No?
no, that was
It
the
was a Vita. It was a Vita game, and then they ported it to.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
yeah. It was in New Orleans.
Or people shit talk it, but where there was that one Assassin's Creed game that took place in England where they had 2 different characters that are brother.
Liberation
Yeah,
is what we're thinking of. We're
yeah,
thinking
it was. You're right. It was Liberation, but there's other one where it was like British. I want to say
That was
Syndicate.
Assassin's Creed 3.
Syndicate.
It was Syndicate. Yeah, where they had 2 characters and they each played differently.
Right.
And
Something
the
like
other
that
thing
would be cool.
I hear the same thing about that is where it was like, yeah, I just played Eevee and I said fuck the guy because Eevee's cooler or some shit like that. Like, everyone always like prefers one character over the other, so it's never like it never seems worth it to try to have 2.
It's not.
I see what you mean. Instead of spreading the game thin, just focus on one and make that one just as best as it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what?
Um,
You know what my problem is with all these Ubisoft Forwards and all this shit is that, okay. At the end, they show 30 minutes of Assassin's Creed, and I just feel like if you have all this time, like stop treating this like some weird E3 thing. Like E3, it felt like an actual meal. You get all these press conferences, and now it's like, okay, it's Sunday. Here's Ubisoft Forward. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here's mobile shit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Here's a bunch of other shit. Oh,
well, they actually in their pre-show, which was like I don't know, like an hour long, they had a bunch of announcements in their pre-show that was like maybe you should have done this in the main show. Like they announced stuff for like all their games. They announced stuff for Division 2. They announced stuff for fucking The Crew, Steep,
stuff that people would want.
Trackmania, which is their most recent release. They was not in the actual show at all. They did all that shit in the pre-show. I'm like, you're not gonna talk about your latest fucking game in the show. Crazy, yeah.
And then they went to the Rainbow Six Siege I'm Sorry trailer. And say hi. What do you call that?
Well, I don't think they apologized for anything.
They said we had our ups and downs. We had to figure out this. We had to figure out that. Thank you all for sticking with us. And now we're gonna fuck you in the ass. It's like great job.
And then at the end of the show, they showed Far Cry 6.
That game's coming soon.
Which I want to reiterate was just like announcement trailer. It wasn't like a gameplay trailer.
That game's still coming soon.
Which, don't get me wrong, I like Giancarlo Esposito. I think he's a fantastic actor, and he's going to be phenomenal as this game's villain. Because Far Cry, talking aside, has some fantastic villains. But what the fuck does the game look like? Is it going to be like Far Cry 5? Or is it play more like this RPG like New Dawn was? Like, what is it going to look like? I just don't know. So it's like, as cool as the cinematic trailer was, some decent gameplay. Who am I playing as? What am I doing? Yeah, what the fuck?
You roboted. Sorry.
I wrote it. I was like, I just disconnected, and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, you are a robot as fuck right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Shit.
It almost sound like a beatboxing robot.
But we could hear you though.
That sound cool? That sound cool? No, not at all.
Beatboxing robot. All right. Beep boop bop.
But yeah, like my thing with Far Cry is that like I don't think I need to see any gameplay of this because I feel like I already know what the fuck it is.
I'm gonna
be running around. I'm probably gonna be skinning animals to upgrade my fucking satchel. I'm gonna be climbing towers so I can mark out the landmarks in the distance. And then I'm gonna run.
Girl? Is that a girl? What
that is
the
not
hell
a girl. That is not a girl.
I'm sad now.
That's a boy.
I'm sad now.
What's crazy is so Far Cry 3, arguably the best Far Cry game, right?
Yeah, that guy was crazy.
Which had
2
2 was good, but I feel like no one likes 2 because they always
2 was
go
too
like,
realistic.
"Oh, the malaria is fucking crazy." But I like that. I like that game though. But
Far Cry 2 is what Far Cry, like, if you think of it like the original, like, this is what Far Cry should be. And
Far
then
Cry
Far Cry 3
3,
is like, whatever.
Far Cry 3 also had uh, a villain that was from Breaking Bad, and now
Yeah.
they're doing it again with Giancarlo Esposito. So I feel like they're trying to like capitalize on, well, okay, if we get some Breaking Bad characters in here, we'll be successful again. But I don't know if that's their problem.
I didn't like Far Cry 2, but if you guys want to like Far Cry 2, you're more than happy to.
I love Far Cry 2. Am I
I
robot?
just-
Like I'm a robot.
I didn't like that my car broke down every 4 seconds.
You're still roboting up, but
And the map.
How
I
about
didn't
now?
like, but I get people like that realism, your gun jammed and your finger jammed, everything jammed.
I like that because it made it different from other shooters. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it did make it different. What other game had your gun jammed, your car died, and everything jammed?
Bones in the
It was
chat.
totally different.
Bones
I
in the
feel
chat
like
said his name is. I know his name is Gus in the show, but his real name is not Gus.
I mean, we said his real name a couple times.
Yeah,
Also, that should be a female.
it doesn't
You
matter.
have like, yeah, it's not gonna make the game better.
No, but I'm just saying it would be whatever, because Far Cry 3 is so crazy. They could never make that game again.
And we'll have to wait and see what happens, man. I mean, if it's good, cool, but I think it's just gonna be like Far Cry 5 and every other Far Cry game that's come out. What they
Also,
need to do is make a new Blood Dragon. God damn it! Like, where's
You-
my Blood Dragon sequel?
am I wrong on this? I feel like these Far Cry games come out way too quick.
You are not wrong. They do come out way too quick.
Like,
I feel like
I
it's been a
feel like-
while from Far Cry 5.
When was 5? Let's see. When was 5?
I think it came out
5
like
was 2018.
2. Yeah.
2018 was Far
And
Cry 5.
then New Dawn came out 2019, didn't it?
Yeah, but New Dawn was kind
Yeah.
of like a spin. Like that was their Blood Dragon.
Even if they didn't make New Dawn and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, it's time. But I feel like, oh, this is a lot of Far Cry. Like it feels so. The paint's not even dry on Far Cry 5. I feel like.
I feel like it
I mean,
is.
maybe-
Just no one talks about that game.
Yeah, they talked about it a lot when it came out, but that game's been
Far Cry 6 needs to do something completely different.
yeah. We'll wait and see. I mean, if it's good, cool, I'll pick it up. But Far Cry 4 wasn't good enough. I'm gonna pick it up another 5. Primal look good, but
Right.
pick that one up
Yeah.
yet.
And Far Cry 4
You-
was
you
cool. Like Troy Baker was great as the
Yeah,
villain
but
there.
that one was kind of a reskin of 3. More. It was more 3. Like a
It was
better
more 3. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Ubisoft, the kings of copy paste.
Formula design. Who's not like Ubisoft though? Devolver Digital, and they had a fantastic event.
40. It's over 40 minutes long, and it only has 103,000 views. That is a tragedy.
I'm not
I
saying it was received well, but it was underappreciated. I love that event.
feel
I'm,
like
I'm, I'm
I
sure it's
don't.
just sad.
I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't like the Devolver shit anymore. Like, I don't know. I feel like that first show they did, that first one, it knocked out the park, right? But
Right.
after that, their shit's just been like so wild and ridiculous. I'm like, dude, okay, this is not like, I'm not entertained by this anymore.
I thought it was
don't
cool.
know.
I liked it.
It was okay, but I'm like, it just went on for so long, and I'm like, this is dumb. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel it with this one
I
or
hear
the
you.
last one.
I hear you. The story was. A lot of people don't like that it's trying to tell a story every year
I
on
like
top of
that.
announcing games.
They
I
can tell a
think it's
story. I just don't think that the story I don't think they're doing it in like a cool way. I don't
who
know.
cares? Who cares? Who really fucking cares? It's a story.
It's fine. It's just I don't know all these characters and it's going on way too long for like when they came out and just started like announcing like fake games. I'm like, okay, this going on a little too long here. Um, but they did announce some cool shit. Let's see. They came out the bat with Shadow Warrior 3, which looks fucking awesome.
Yes, it does.
I'm sorry. When someone says "shut up," you didn't watch it. Were you one of the 103,000 people that watched it? Were you?
For me, yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. If I wasn't, I mean, I'm just saying. They had more people watch that Ubisoft thing? 144,000 viewers watched this Devolver thing. Were you one of the 103,000 that watched it on July 11th?
Yeah, I watched it. I loved it.
You watched it and loved it, but I'm just saying, before people say, shut up, you didn't watch it. How would I know if they fucking did a bad job talking about it? You guys didn't say anything about it, and everyone kept talking about forward, and no one said, hey, you should watch this Devolver thing. Am I supposed to know everything? I was busy opening a restaurant.
If you listen to the audio here, Raven right now is berating user Nujariah in the chat. You can get berated in chat if you join us at twitch.tv/Gameoverse.
Yeah, I'm just saying that no one watched it, and it's a tragedy. That is all.
But you're right. They started out with Shadow Warrior 3, and it looked phenomenal. Holy shit.
And that's all people care for. That's all people cared for.
Nah, dude, Serious Sam 4 looked awesome.
That's another thing people cared for. But that
Especially
everything else, no one cared.
Between Shadow Warrior 1 and Shadow Warrior 2, like Shadow Warrior 2 is completely different from the first game. Like the second one was more like an FPS Diablo Borderlands type shit. So I don't know if they're gonna continue that with the third game or if they're just gonna do something completely different again.
This has parkour elements to it. You can wall run in this. Remember wall running in games?
There's wall running. I think the last game had that too.
That's wall running, grappling hooks. I'm into it, dude. Like,
does this game have ray tracing?
Probably.
I don't. Yeah.
This game looks really nice. I know it's on PC, but it really looks really nice.
Dude, I'm excited for it. Serious Sam 4 is looking good too. I love me some Serious Sam.
Those games are weird.
If they could fit like even more people, more enemies into this game, like up and down.
Those Shadow Warrior games are so good.
They're so good, and I'm excited that we got a new one. We got a new Serious Sam. Weird West was one that I really wanted to talk about because it looks like an isometric like stick shooter, but the developers say it's more of like an isometric. God damn it, what's it called?
You know what's sad?
What?
The trailer for Shadow Warrior got more views than the actual Devolver Digital event.
Makes sense. I wouldn't watch that.
People are like, why are you harking on this so hard? I'm just saying it's a tragedy.
I wouldn't watch that event. That's just me.
I mean, if people are gonna berate me for didn't know about it, I'm just saying the people found out about Shadow Warrior watched it more than the event, did they? Really makes you think.
Wild West looks interesting. Not my kind of game, but
Ouija board looks stupid.
Cool with Weird West is that I thought it was like a twin sister, but the devs played the the Devolverland game, which is hilarious. By the way, Weird West, the devs described it as like a 2D
You're
immersive.
you're roboting up.
Wait,
They
isn't
they're
this
not
game?
like.
Isn't this?
Are you
Wait,
downloading
isn't this
something in
game
the
out?
background?
No, I'm not.
Wait,
Are you
isn't
sure
this
your
game
like
out?
Steam's not running?
Isn't this game out on Xbox? I feel like I played this.
I don't know.
You're probably thinking of that XCOM.
No, this does look really cool. Looks very old school, but very, very Wild West.
All right, it's on the robot now.
You're still botting up. I thought it was me, but Raven's fine. I think it's just you.
Yeah, I initial release date is 2021. Okay. Fall. We're gonna talk about Fall Guy.
Fall Guys is yeah, because man, that game is, I don't know, it's exciting, I think. Because again, it's a battle royale, but it's like a battle royale party game where it's just it's just like a fucking like obstacle course with 99 people in it, and okay,
Colorful
it says 60.
shit.
It says 60 players.
PS4 and PC.
Yeah, like this looks fun as fuck. Like I hope, I desperately hope that you can set up like a private room and just have like
Bots.
not bots, but just if we wanted to do like a community fucking like Fall Guys event that we can only have, you know, just our people in there, and not have any like randoms, like that would be fun. But yeah, this game looks awesome.
This game looks sick. I hope it has bots and you can do that, and you can like fill in the bots with that, and you can like, okay, everyone get Fall Guys.
I think they did say it could have bots, but
I mean, if it has, I'm not saying the game needs bots, but I feel like this game could be like a, you know, like a game that has really good legs if it has like bot support.
yeah. But that's what I was
And mod
saying. Like
support.
battle royale can be so much more, and like this is proof. Like Tetris 99 is proof. Like I don't know if there's any like other games that are doing like different shit. Like Tetris and this is the only examples I have like off the top of my head.
Well, I don't know how like a battle royale style would work in other game genres, but
Yeah, you're back, and you're better now.
Yeah, but we didn't know that it could work for Tetris. Like
that's true.
It's kind of just they have to experiment with ideas and just see.
Oh yeah, it can just not just be shooters. Someone has to come up with the idea, and you know, the problem with battle royal, you need to find an audience, and that audience needs to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just hope that they put these safeguards for Fall Guys to be successful.
Yeah, same here. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think Fall Guys is like different enough that it's going to find its own success.
I mean, I feel like sometimes people put these games out there and they're like, it will be the Fortnite killer. And it's like, oh, what? No. No, it won't. Just be silly and stupid. Go, you know, and add things that people want, you know?
They showed one new game called. So I was debating on how to pronounce this. It's actually pronounced Olia.
Olia?
Yeah.
Not Uja?
Not Uja. It's Olia.
Olia? Then why does it have a J in it?
Hey, that's as a silent J, just like ICP. But okay, so the lead up to this in the show was completely fucking ridiculous. Like when they brought out like my uncle that works at Nintendo, and then like I was like, this is ridiculous, man. Just give me the game. Like, and then this is what we got, which is not bad.
Okay, in motion it looks better. Like looking at it, it looks like a pixel art thing, and then I'm like, oh, this looks awful. And then it's like, okay, in motion it looks like a fine game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, but I'd still
Well,
even
I'm
looking
not.
at
I'm
it,
not digging the art style, but the gameplay seems solid.
even looking at it, it's hard to know what exactly it is.
Does Devolver Digital really like Nintendo, or is it the other way around?
I
They
think
they're
Devolver
just
Digital like being silly.
they just publish, man. They whatever takes them. I mean, I think all of it's coming to PC,
I feel
so
like they're. I feel like
win-win.
they're the. I feel like they're the only developer out there that's making like weird, insane shit.
Well, they don't make games; they just publish them. Well, they do
I
make
know,
some
but
games, but
they're the only ones that find these weird, insane shit. You go like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Because any
Annapurna's another publisher that like they publish like Outer Wilds and like other weird stuff.
but it's nice to see to have like Devolver being weird and not being stupid.
Yeah,
It's nice because normally they're all stupid. I'm
yeah.
gonna
Then
watch
they
that Devolver Digital thing, but whatever.
then they also showed Carrion, which is
That's
like
one I'm excited for. Like that looks really cool.
it looks cool. I'm not exactly sure how. Like I can see what you're doing in it, but I don't understand how. Like what's the fail state? Like how do you lose or how do you win? Or because it
This
almost
game
looks
looks.
like it looks like a Metroid. It looks like a Metroid game, but not at all a
It
Metroid
looks like
game.
an old school 16-bit game,
Yeah,
but weirder. No, I'm not into this, but if you guys are, that's cool.
yeah. No, it looks.
It looks pretty
You
cool. I probably won't pay full price for it though. That's definitely like I'm gonna pick up on sale to try out the concept.
This looks like another indie trash kind of game, but if people are into it, they're into it.
indie trash.
Yeah.
See, those are kind
What
of
is
words that.
indie trash? Yeah, what is indie trash? Indies are out here making the good games, man.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
they're making the good games, but they make just like AAA, the AAA industry. Like everyone says, oh, their games are the same. Well, like some of these games, these indies, dude, look fucking the same.
What about Carrion looks the same as other
There's nothing.
games?
I've never seen this
Pixel,
done, but okay.
pixel fucking art. It looks like a fucking game from the Genesis era.
Oh, just
It
because it has
looks,
pixel art, it's the same as everything else.
Oh, so that means every game with ray tracing is the same then, right?
yeah, well, that's what they say with the AAA games. I mean, there's only one game that ray trace. I'm like, oh, okay. And then that other one that you saw there, that pixel art game that's coming to the Switch. I'm like, okay, another really stylized pixel art game. Okay, cool. Looks like Bleed. Cool. Okay, all right. It's like so many of these pixel art games. You're like, okay, isn't it cool? I'm like, yeah. It's cool, all right. It's coming soon. And then, they come to like Game Pass, you download it, and it's like, oh, they all just meld together. And then everyone says climb the mountain. I'm like, oh, fuck the mountain.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I don't think that game looks anything like anything I've ever seen before, despite the pixel graphics.
Well, it's nice that people are going to get murdered in blood.
And then they released a free game on Steam
Of
called
course they do.
Devolver Land Expo.
Don't they always do this?
No.
Didn't they
Yeah.
didn't they do like a demo thing last year and the thing before that and the thing before that?
Well, this isn't like a demo thing, really. It's like, so it's a game, I say in quotes. The premise of the game is that it's like this expo that Devolver had planned out that was abandoned because of the outbreak. And so now you kind of like sneak in and like look at the expo, the booths and the trailers.
Sneak in. Like they were about to go on with the expo and then Corona broke out.
Basically, yeah, like that's the premise. And there's like security robots you have to shoot off with like a t-shirt gun. It's pretty like it's a pretty interesting way of getting those trailers out there, and some of the booths get like really creative. I like that. I mean, it's free to download. There's a boss fight at the end with like the security robot. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's amazing. At
I
least
need
it's
to try it.
It's the most fucking Devolver thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'll put it that way. And there's some trailers that weren't in the presentation. Like Blightbound was one that I was really excited for. It looks like a 2D beat 'em up Diablo game.
now before people get all mad. I like Devolver. I really do. They do good work.
Like, seriously, it takes like an hour, maybe hour and a half to beat, 2 hours if you
sounds
take your
good.
time. Like, check out this Devolver Land game. It's the most Devolver thing I've ever seen.
Super Devolver. Do.
Well,
Devolver.
with that being said, one thing I wanted to talk about is the Switch games that got announced. The classic games coming to Switch Online.
Yes.
Because Donkey Kong Country is a phenomenal game, and I'm excited to be playing that on my Switch.
Also,
I didn't play Donkey Kong Country till I was like 17, 19, and I thought it's still one of my favorite games, even though I played it so late in life. I love it.
games are coming to the service is so weird. They are announcing some weird ass games for this thing.
Yeah, like Donkey Kong should have been on there day one, but
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree 110%.
What the hell is Nasumi Championship Wrestling?
Nobody
idea.
cares. But here's what's crazy.
What the hell is? I mean, people are like, you could emulate. I'm like, still, what the hell is it? And people are like, it's pro wrestling. I'm like, okay.
What's crazy though is that Japan got the first Shin Megami Tensei game for their classics. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit jealous that they got Shin Megami Tensei, and we got
Wasn't that an
wrestling.
NES game? No, it was an SNES game.
SNES game, yeah.
I mean, they have to localize that, but they didn't stop them to do Pop and Twimby.
Well, here's what's weird is that people don't know this, but they did localize the first Shin Megami Tensei ... on iPhone.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, that's the only way you're able to play it.
Oh, fuck me.
This game is like, imagine if the only way to play the first Final Fantasy was on your smartphone.
I'm sure that happened.
I'm sure someone's going to be in the comments like, well, actually, there was a time in like 2008 where that was the only available. The point is, I know since Persona came out, SMT doesn't get a lot of love. But come on, man, give me some shit. Like, I got into SMT after Persona, and I think it's a better game than Persona is, and I really want to see like more SMT shit come to Switch, especially since SMT 5 got announced when the Switch did, and I still haven't heard shit about it since their release trailer.
yeah.
They're working on it, I guess.
But in the time since SMT 5 got announced, we got Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Scramble, Persona 5 Dancing All Night, with 4 and 3 coming to PS4 Dancing All Night as well.
And don't forget a PC port of Persona 3.
And a PC port of Persona 4.
Don't forget about that.
And Catherine Full Body. And Catherine came out on PC. And we got Catherine Full Body on Switch. Like, what the fuck, Atlas? Like, come on, man. Just give me SMT 5 already. God damn it. I'm so frustrated.
We heard fucking nothing about this.
Yeah, dude.
Also,
I'm so mad. Like, I'm mad that we haven't gotten anything yet.
Me too. It's so crazy that they would do shit like this.
But anyway, I'm probably gonna be playing Donkey Kong Country later because I love me some Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country. I just, it's on the SNES Classic. That's not the point. But I wish they would port. I hope they bring out the other 3.
I never played the other 3. Are they
Donkey Kong Country 3 is my favorite. I know most people like Country 2.
No.
Actually, most people hate 3 and love 2.
Three's great. Three is the pinnacle, but whatever.
Three is my favorite.
I've only ever played one. And I love it.
The good news about all those Donkey Kong games, they're all different.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like the characters are all different. Like the first one, you have what is it, Dixie Kong? Yeah, it's Dixie Kong. And then she's in the next one, and they get out another Kong, and they're all different.
Yeah. So these are coming. These are getting added tomorrow. And yeah, so Super Nintendo's Donkey Kong Country and Natsume Championship Wrestling, whatever the fuck that is. And
I didn't even know those motherfuckers made wrestling games.
for NES, it's The Immortal.
Whatever.
Some
of these games, man, I've never heard of, and they put them on this fucking service, and I'm like, what?
If they were like, you know, like some diamonds in the rough that aren't really that popular, I'd be okay with it. But they're all
there's some real diamonds in that fucking rough.
Well, if you look in the rough, it seems like there's just more rough. But
I'm just saying, like, you know, there's so many of these compilation channels out there of like, these people are not talking about these games are on this console, you know. They're like going like, man, let me tell you about Poppin' Twin B.
With that being said, I know we were talking about Halo 3 coming out. There's a couple other new trailers that we got, weren't there? Like, didn't Kingdom of Amalur get another trailer?
It did.
Yeah, it got a new trailer.
Which I'm like kind of weirdly excited for because I played the original Kingdom of Amalur and I liked it a lot.
I'm sorry.
I'm one of the few people that played the original and I liked it. Never finished it because to be honest, the quest system's kind of dumb.
Well, isn't this one they're gonna fix up the quest system and get that game to where it needs to be?
Yeah, they're supposed to tweak the combat, tweak the quest system. So here's what I found out about the game. The game was designed to be an MMO. That's where the core design of the game started.
Right.
Halfway through development, they're like, whoa, MMOs are fucking expensive.
Yes.
So they scaled it down to a single player RPG. But the game is still pretty big, like MMO big, and all the quests are just, oh, go kill 5 of this thing, go collect 5 of these plants. And it's there's a lot of them like that, and it kind of sucks to play.
How do you fix that? How do you go back and fix that? I don't really see. Unless you really put the work in, but
the game's pretty much made. You can put in the work. There's houses that literally fix up old games like this. Go back and fix shit.
Yeah, but completely redoing all the quests, my God, it's a lot.
They're probably not going to redo all the quests. They're probably going to tweak most of the quests.
They're going to tweak it, and apparently they're redoing the combat's getting an overhaul. I don't know what they can overhaul because I thought the combat was fine. A little floaty in some parts, but the combat was fine in my opinion. So I don't know what they need to overhaul there, but it's supposed to be like more than just a remaster. They're supposed to be making this like definitive version of the game, which is crazy because like when I first played the game, I thought to myself, "Oh, the game's like there's something good here." And I thought if they made a sequel, they can really improve on what this game did. And the game sold like shit, so a sequel's not happening.
Well, that game costs a lot of money, and they didn't talk about it. Rich Gallup, every time he went on any podcast, was like, "Hey, talk about Kingdom of Amalur." I can't. I'm like, "Fuck you, then."
Yeah, like there's a lot holding that game back that a lot of people don't know about.
And because they tied Rich Gallup's hands behind his back and said, "You can't talk about this game ever."
Yeah, which was like super frustrating.
Wait a minute. It's so there's also
working on that game, dude. You had oh god.
Hamtaro in the chat said they're making new DLC for it, and yeah, this is new DLC.
Yeah,
new DLC.
Which pisses me off. You got to pay for that DLC separately.
Really?
Great.
Yeah. And it's not coming out the same day as the game does. It's coming out like a month or two after. But it does piss me off that they're like, oh, here's an expansion, by the way. Here's the definitive version of the game, but you got to pay extra for the expansion. Like, go fuck yourself.
It's the new normal we live in now.
They better. They're probably not going to, but they better make like Re-Reckoning free for people who own the original. They're probably not, but they're going to charge the expansion. They should.
No, that game was way too expensive, and like people think like this is going to take like some advanced undertaking to get this game back up to speed. It's not. This game's going to be fine.
THQ Nordic has been good with at the very least giving a discount for people who own like the old shit.
It's so weird that they want to be THQ.
Like I know they did it with all the like how they remastered all the death game. What the fuck is the game called?
Are you talking about the oh god, the Four Horsemen game, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, it's driving me crazy now.
Well, they went back and remastered those and gave like if you own them, they gave you those for free. War Master. Darksiders. Yeah.
There we go. Darksiders.
Yeah, you got the War Master versions for free.
Yeah.
I think did they do? No, that wasn't them. But they've been good with it, so I'm hoping at the very least it should give you a discount.
I mean, we'll see. If they give me a discount, I'll pick it up. But it has to be a good discount, though. It's not gonna be like, oh, you own the original? Here's a 5% coupon. It's got to be a good discount.
There's a trailer for Initial D, a new arcade game.
Yeah, I saw that. Step on the gas.
That's
gas. I gotta step on the gas tonight.
It's Initial D. It sounds sexy.
It's a fucking car game, man.
Oh, you don't know Initial D?
You don't know it's Initial D? Holy shit. After this, you need to type in gas. And then you'll know all about it. It's a car racing game.
So is it like a really crazy car racing game, like Cruising, or?
Oh no!
It's drifting, pretty much.
Like
Japanese drifting. Yeah.
Insane drifting.
Ooh, I'm watching.
Not ridge racer drifting, but insane drifting.
I'm watching some random like Japanese video of I don't know which. This came out in 2015, and this looks insane.
Oh, it's super insane.
Holy shit! What is this? What is this? What am I looking at here? Like this.
You're looking at gas.
So it's based on an anime. That's also like fucking crazy, just drifting and shit. Yeah, it's badass. It's all like Eurobeat fucking trance music and straight just drifting.
This guy has a fucking wheel and a car thing. Holy shit.
I just typed in Initial D and this came up. I don't know if there's any more recent videos showing their newer games.
You don't need any more.
If this is the energy that this new game's gonna have, like I'm into it, dude. No chance that game's coming to the States, is there?
No.
Well, it's also just arcade, so probably not. Well, I'm sure maybe if you have like a local like arcade that's like doing it, they'll probably like import one.
I have this arcade by my house.
I want to drive like this guy. This guy's great.
It's like a chain. It's called Round One, and I guess they import a lot of like Japanese arcade machines.
Yeah.
Like I play some Japanese exclusive games there, and they're pretty dope.
So if they're doing it, they might import one of these, because this is Initial D.
I love Initial D.
Yeah,
this
the
game
whole thing in the
PSP.
show is what's that?
This game came out. One of them came out on PSP.
Really?
Yeah, there are a bunch of different versions. Yeah.
That was the only one I know. It was like, oh, Initial D came out on PSP, and that was about it.
I know a big part of it too was like night drifting, like drifting at night and drifting on the highways and shit.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need to drift at night. It's a
Yeah.
different experience from drifting in the day.
God, this looks insane, dude.
Well,
Like,
we wasn't kidding when we said the whole game's insane.
Yeah.
Can you imagine drifting on a track that literally looks like a noodle?
this
They
looks
don't make games
crazy.
like this anymore. I remember the old Forza games had like they had these tracks in them, and you could
Yeah, but
like that
also
initial D challenges.
drifting's not like Ridge Racer where you can just fucking press a button, you drift.
No, yeah, it's not this.
Like
If
drifting
you
got
look at the
harder.
gameplay, it looks like it's like really involved, like drifting. There's
Definitely.
this other video I'm watching. These two players are playing, and it shows a perspective of the player in second place, and it looks insane. Like, holy shit, dude! I'm like biting my nails watching this. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
initial D.
I think I'm into it, dude.
Oh, all of it's nuts.
Ooh, this
Yeah.
is tight. This is tight, dude. This is tight, man. Like, that's all I can say. This is cool.
Oh yeah, Initial D is fantastic.
I can't believe I've never heard of this before.
I can't believe you never heard of it either.
Yeah, I thought initial D is pretty popular.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I
mean,
know what Initial D is.
Especially if you like anime bullshit in general. Initial D
Or
is
if
pretty.
you like crazy car games in general.
Yeah.
If you like insanity, this is the game.
Ghost of Tsushima got a Japanese trailer. I'm not sure if this is
Sure
any
did.
different than the American trailers, but
Team
I
minutes
watched
6
it.
hours
trailer.
until that game's reviews come out and claim it's the greatest game ever.
The gimmick with the Japanese trailer is that it's filmed or edited like an old like Kurosawa movie trailer.
Oh yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, like it's actually a really like interesting way to market the game.
Also, the reviews are already out. 10s, 9s, and 10s.
Of course.
I don't buy it. I mean, it's some of the lower scored reviews do mention like the open world is kind of not great, but I'll find out. I'm buying this. I'll stream it on Friday. So
I will not be buying this, and I won't be streaming it at all. I got to work on Friday, so everyone can be happy.
I think I'll wait till like some of my friends play it. I'll hear what they say. I'll probably pick it up eventually though, because I'm a slut with like a Japanese fetish.
Yeah, well,
I'm
you didn't
sure
know
it's
about
gonna
initial
be fine.
D, so how much of a slut could you be?
I'm talking like samurais and shit, dude. I love that shit.
Oh, okay.
I'm into that shit. So we'll see.
If it's a good one of those, cool.
Death Ground got a reveal trailer, which when I
That's
first
awful.
heard that trailer, yeah, because it sounds like a fucking zombie game, but it's not. It's dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Death Ground sounds awful.
Yeah,
I
death is
fucking
another word. When you put death in your title, it's gonna get forgotten.
I mean, Death Stranding.
Should I?
That's different though.
What the fuck is...
that
That's
title's so
because-
that title's so ridiculous that you can't help but remember it.
Sorry, what the fuck is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town? I saw this and was like, should I download
We'll
this?
get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay. I might download it.
But Death Ground looks interesting. It's like a dinosaur survival horror game, like Dino Crisis, but in first person.
Oh, great.
Which I'm like, that could be cool. I think dinosaurs are cool. The world needs more dinosaurs.
The world needs more dinos.
The only way to get your dinosaur fix is to watch like the shitty Jurassic Park sequels, and those suck.
You're right. We need more dinosaurs
But
immediately.
why do they give it such a shitty name? Death Ground? Like what, dude?
Okay, so I'm not the only one that thinks this name sucks.
Death Ground.
It sounds like a Grim Reaper. Like, here we are. We're at the Death Ground.
Got to be a not American game, right? Like that sounds like something like a Japanese came up with, and
Yeah, but even that, someone would say,
It's an
"Hey,
indie
man,
game.
that sounds stupid."
It's an indie game. It's there's a Kickstarter for it. It's in let me take a look at their Steam page and let's find out. But it's like that is the most like generic fucking name I've ever heard. Like if someone had told me this was like some battle royale like zombie game, I would have believed them.
Dinosaurs, man, making a comeback. Jaw drop games.
I've never heard of them before.
No gameplay in this, unless that is gameplay.
They have
Look like
another game
gameplay.
called Gun Jam coming out, but that's it. They don't have any
Gun
other
Jam? What is that? A game about spiders or
It looks like a fucking rhythm game.
Gun Jam, a rhythm game?
It's like a FPS rhythm game, yeah.
All right, link me to that.
But if you click on their developer page, it's like the only other game they have that they're working on. But it's not like I want to say it's not like bullets per minute where everything's like rhythm based. It looks like just your gunshots are rhythm based.
Are we in trailers after this? I have some news.
You know what?
Okay.
Let's fucking put up that Gun Jam trailer. Let's put that Gun Jam trailer in the fucking chat here.
Yeah, let me get that.
You do that.
Yeah. Look at this.
Also,
And it sucks because like we have another FPS like rhythm game coming out, you know, bullets per minute, and it looks way better than this.
Why are there so many of these now? I feel like
because someone's trying to just fill a void that doesn't need filling.
oh, this one is actually. Oh, you know what? I saw this. Yeah, this is not.
It doesn't look good, huh?
Well, because the thing is, it forces you to shoot on. It forces you to shoot on the beat.
Yeah.
Whereas BPM, just you can shoot whenever you want, and it comes out. It just comes out on a beat. Like there's no rhythm involved. It's just everything happens on a rhythm.
I'm sorry, rhythm.
Also, it's more organic with BPM because BPM makes it look like. You guys ever seen Baby Driver?
Yes.
Yeah, BPM looks like
How
Baby
come
Driver.
they can't just make a rhythm fighting game?
There is a rhythm fighting game.
Like
There
Killer
is one.
Instinct.
I've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the Super Best Friends play it. Hold on.
And now they're super enemies. Now they hate each other.
God, this game was so fucking good. Oh my god.
Right? I was just watching that trailer too, and it looks. Every time I watch it, dude, I get a boner. It looks so good.
Yeah, I'm boning up right now.
Trash.
Also, like the soundtrack has to be golden for these two. Like you can't have a bummy soundtrack.
No bummy soundtracks.
I like how we totally went away from Gun Jam and went to bullets per minute because it's the better game.
It's just so much
Yeah,
better. I mean,
that one's better, and it needs your appraisal.
PC this summer. When can I have it?
Probably in October. October, I'll say. Yeah.
Like I need it, dude. Ah, God, I need that game. I hate that I looked it up because now I'm back to waiting for it.
Okay, game releases.
Nope, we can't go to game releases yet because because Stadia Connect came out and they told you about a bunch of bullshit.
Right. Do we have to do that?
No, we really don't.
What do they announce? Anything good?
Stuff. Dead by Daylight's coming September. Good luck with that. One Hand Clapping's available now. Orcs Must Die 3 is available now, free to play with Stadia Pro. Fuck you. PlayerUnknown's Battleground Season 8, July 30th. Fuck you. Other Scrolls Online's coming. Hello Neighbor. It feels so good to be killing you again. Super Bomberman R. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Why the fuck you want to play that on whatever? Hello Neighbor, Hide and Seek, Hitman 3, Outriders, Serious Sam 4, Planet Badass, and that's it. Stadia's still dead.
Yeah, I don't think like the stadium has much of a prayer, man. It's
Well, they did
It's not
have an exclusive. Let's take a look at their exclusive here called Outcasters. Only on Stadia.
that's not exclusive, isn't it? I thought it was coming on PS5.
It says only on Stadia.
For
I'm
now.
getting something totally different. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but I'm looking at something totally different. What's that PS5 game coming out that sounds the same?
A PS5 game?
Yeah.
Dude, Bomberman Battle Royale. Oh shit.
Oh,
that sounds nuts, but
That would
it's
be
on
genius.
Stadia. It's on Stadia.
No, they're not doing a Battle Royale, Bomberman.
No, they're
Right?
doing Bomberman R.
Bomberman R, which fucking was a Switch launch game.
Yeah, now it's on everything.
Didn't hear. Hold up. Hamtaro says it's a Stadia exclusive, Bomberman Battle Royale. Are you bullshitting?
Well, great. That game's never gonna see the light of day.
What? No, it's not. You're fucking with me.
Well, there's another game on the rest in peace list.
Yes,
of games that are probably gonna
is.
die.
It is.
Why would Konami do such a dumb thing? How much money do you have to throw at someone to be this stupid?
Now, if you guys need it, there is a knockoff called Bomber Grounds Battle Royale on Steam right now that just came out this year. It's an early access game, but it's got that Bomberman energy.
It's got that Bomberman Superman energy. Cool.
Bomberman R is not the same game.
Bomberman R is that Switch game, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
This is Bomberman R Online. Battle 64 mode. 64 players at one. Yeah, this is that. This is Battle Royale.
That looks insane, dude. Oh, there's different maps. That's how it works. Okay.
Oh, I might have to try this. I might have to get a Stadia for this.
You don't have to get a Stadia for
dope, man. This looks really cool.
Yeah, except for it's on Stadia.
Yeah, this should be on Switch.
I don't want to be that guy. Stadia.
Oh yeah, look, it's linked into YouTube too, so you can just jump in from YouTube. That's Stadia shit.
That's cool.
That's the one game that does Stadia shit. Is that a Solid Snake? Oh my god. Okay. Well, time to buy a Stadia.
You're not buying one. You can just play it from your Chrome browser.
I don't use Chrome.
Really?
Well, fucking go download Chrome. You gotta spend $70.
Can you really play this from your Chrome browser?
Yes.
Well, I'm just gonna do that then.
It's not out.
You know who has a Chromecast now that he totally didn't take from someone's house?
You?
I totally do, and I can't play this because it's not a Chromecast Ultra. Isn't Google great?
Google's great, man. Why does this have to be Stadia exclusive? Why would you do that?
Well, this game's gonna die in the fires, you know. I mean, doesn't Stadia have how many people online?
Outriders. That was the game I was thinking of. Outriders. That was a PS5
well,
game.
maybe Konami will come to their senses and someone slaps them silly and go like, stop it. Put this game on somewhere on a platform people actually care, like PC.
I mean, Stadia must have given a lot of money to make that game exclusive.
Well, you know, eventually if this thing with Stadia Connect and these games doesn't connect, they're gonna pull the plug on this piece of shit. We're like, hey, remember Stadia? It's dead. Man, well, are we the Grim Reaper today? I feel like we've been just announcing games are gonna die. That looks cool. Dead.
I mean, I don't want games to die, man. But
Me
sometimes
either.
you look at a game and you're just like, that game doesn't look like it stands a chance.
I mean, if this was on anything else than that, then I would say cool. But whatever.
Super Hot Mind Control Delete looks like a trip. I watched that trailer a couple times. I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Is this a Matt Hardy game? What the hell is this?
It's a Super Hot sequel.
Nothing to do with Matt Hardy?
Last time I checked, nah. You ever played Super Hot?
Yes. Super Hot Mind Control Delete! Has nothing to do with Matt Hardy. Comes out in 4 days. In 2 days.
Like, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at here, but I love me some Super Hot.
Does
So,
anyone know what they're looking at?
I've watched the trailer like a couple times, and I'm still not sure. It looks cool though. Like, I love Super Hot, so I don't mind.
Yeah.
Delete.
Okay, now are we ready for game releases?
Yes.
I guess we are. Is there stuff to play?
Death Stranding is out on PC now, right?
Thank
Death
God.
Stranding. I bought it. It's installing.
Oh yeah. So Kojima talked about the PC version, and he's like, so the PS4 version is like a live action drama, and the PC version is like a movie, is what you describe it. Yeah, because Kojima needs to use like movie metaphors when he talks about his schemes. Why doesn't that dude just make a fucking movie already? Like, let's be
He
honest.
will.
I don't think I want him to. Like,
I just want to say that Death Stranding made me happy at the end, and that's all I can say about that game.
Is it because the game was over and you have to play it anymore?
No, the actual ending's actually really sweet.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually really, really, really. It's a really nice end to a game that's really, really painful.
I like Death Stranding, so
There's some Half-Life shit in it. That's pretty cool.
It's the only game that I could actually say I fucking hate this game with all my life, but that ending went like, all right, I like you, Kojima. You fucked me over for 40 hours, but I'm not going to shove a rusty dildo up your ass.
Is Death Stranding like solid though? Like, is it worth the $60 for PC, or should I just get it for $20 PS4?
The mods are gonna be insane.
Look, here's the thing, man. Okay,
the
thing about Death Stranding is that so Horizon Zero Dawn is also coming out in like 2-3 weeks, maybe, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are asking, okay, well, should I just get Horizon Zero Dawn or should I get Death Stranding? And here's the thing. Horizon Zero Dawn and games like it offer an experience that you can get from pretty much any game, right? Like Horizon Zero Dawn is pretty much, it's Far Cry, it's Middle Earth, it's Assassin's Creed, right? You've been there, you've done it.
Yes.
Death Stranding, on the other hand, there's not a single fucking game that you can compare it to, and there will probably never be another game like it. The experience is entirely unique, and you never get it from anything else. And for for that, I respect it. Like, for that, to me, it's worth it over anything else.
I can't wait for the cheat engine cheats to come out of that game, and the hacking and the mods that will come out for this game.
Yeah, when I can play as Conan O'Brien, it'll be fucking legendary.
Or the Slim Jim Dragon. Snap it, that would be crazy, but we're not there yet.
I also don't like Horizon Zero Dawn. You're right, Uriah, but it doesn't mean it's not a good game. It is a good game. I just don't. It's just more. It's just more of the same. Like I said, it's just more of the same. Like, I would rather Death Stranding, which is entirely unique experience. But that's just me. Maybe you want a game that you can that just gives you that familiar experience. Maybe you just want that.
Or if like I said, if you want a game that you're gonna go that after you break your foot a few times and then at the end you're like, I love.
There's just nothing like it. It had me playing in ways that I was like at a point I just started building shit. Like I spent like 20 hours just building shit, just running around collecting shit and building. I'm gonna build this road, man. People can really benefit from this road if I build it. And I had like a satisfaction of knowing that I built this road, or I built this bridge.
That game is really bad to play, but this story is insane.
I don't know. It just offers something I've never gotten out of a game before, and I value those experiences from
Indeed.
games. The
Good
same
shit.
way like Outer Wilds. Like Outer Wilds is a completely different game than most other games I've played, but the experience it offered was unlike anything else. That it's like my fucking all-time favorite, like instantly. Um, so I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I gravitate towards, but I'm not gonna tell you it's a great game though. Like that would be lying. um, so yeah, that's out on PC today. Rocket Arena is out. We talked about that already. PC, PS4, Xbox One with cross-platform play. So enjoy that. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town for PC and Switch.
So, what is that?
I don't know what that is. I think it's a Harvest Moon game. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I don't have to download this.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks like a Harvest Moon ripoff.
Yeah, it's a remake of a Harvest Moon. No, it's not a ripoff. It is Harvest Moon. It's just a remake of a Game Boy
I hadn't
Advance.
seen Harvest Moon
Yeah.
in the name.
Yeah, it's a remake of the GBA version of that game. So yeah,
Interesting.
Harvest Moon. Very I want to see something of that. If it's a remake, then they might be like, I don't know, like Animal Crossing like, or
They don't
like
know how to Animal Crossing like.
and Halo 3 hits PC today.
Halo 3, we can finish the fight and be screwed the N-word over and over again by some dude that lives in Kansas.
Correct me if
Dragon
I'm wrong.
Quest.
Halo 4 set to come out on the Master Chief Collection too.
One day, whenever they feel like it.
One day, I think that's all that's left, right? Or is that an ODST?
No, next one's ODST.
Yeah.
Next one's the sad saxophone game, and then Halo.
Thursday, Dragon Quest Tact, which I assume is a tactics game set in the
What?
Dragon Quest
Why?
universe.
Of all things, why?
On iOS and Android. And Super Hot Mind Control Delete, PC, PS4, Xbox One. And Friday, big day, Ghost of Tsushima, PS4.
Greatest game ever's coming.
Well, we don't know about that, but
It's a PS4 exclusive that is in black and white. They'll fucking love it.
Death Come True for PC.
Hey,
It looks like some sort of
you don't know that.
I don't know what. I haven't said anything.
You don't know Death Come True. You don't know that.
Is an interactive film adventure game
Sounds awful. Why did you say it's an FMV? Fuck.
in which the player is tasked with finding clues and uncovering the truth of the protagonist's actions. Did we look at this already? Something that we looked at already? No?
No.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Sounds like a game for Tinky Winkies.
It says it came out in Switch in June.
In June. Well,
Sounds
good. It's
familiar.
coming out on platforms that people can want. And
Oh, yeah,
then another big game that everyone's not talking about because everyone's sucking some ghost dick, and maybe they need to get a bunch of paper cuts for being an a-hole. The Origami Killer comes out on the. Oh wait, wrong game. I meant Paper Mario: The Origami King.
which I'm not a huge Paper Mario fan,
Out,
but
hey,
people are having beef with it now, right?
hey,
It's not
hey!
like
That game has no grinding or no XP. It's gonna be great.
Why
So
is it
is
that
this still an RPG or?
Why is it that
It's
when your games come out, it's fucking it's gonna be great game. But when fucking anything else comes out, you know people are gonna rate this high. I mean, fucking it's Paper Mario.
no, they're
It's a
not.
Switch
They're
game.
gonna give it a 7 and move on.
I think it's gonna get good critic reviews, but I think like player reviews are gonna be pretty low on it
That game's gonna sell 4 copies and that's it.
because it's not like the Thousand Year Door.
Then why not just remake Thousand Year Door and give everyone what they want?
Isn't there like a Paper Mario like style indie game that came
Yeah.
out that's supposed to be like the Paper Mario? It's supposed to be like a spiritual successor to like Thousand Year Door.
Sounds like something they would do. People
I
love
think
the
it
1,000
came
Year
out on
Door.
Switch. It's called like Bug something, Bug Fable.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Or they
This
can
is
call it
game
Bug
leaked
Snack.
already.
What?
It says this game leaked on July 11.
Well, it's on PC. It's possible.
What Origami King leaked?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Well, probably someone got the. That makes sense.
The review copies went out on the 9th, and then it leaked on the 11th.
Well, that makes sense. People are like that.
Yeah, there's your releases for this week. Some heavy hitters in there.
Ghost of Tsushima
Absolutely.
be a big one.
Yeah, definitely gonna check that
And-
out. I'm
And Origami
fatigued.
Killer.
I'm fatigued on open world games, so
Same.
like I'm
Yeah.
intending on not liking Ghost of Tsushima, but maybe maybe it does something different.
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and I don't have an appetite to spend $60 on games right now. I'm trying to just save money for Xbox Series X and PS5.
I'm not buying those, so I don't care.
And I kind of want to buy a new graphics card.
I do too. I want to
Even
upgrade to the 20 series so I can play Cyberpunk.
I want to upgrade to the 30 series, but I'm like,
Yeah, wait for the new
I'm
shit.
waiting. I'm trying to figure out if I don't want to buy a graphics card just to buy a graphics card like some moron. Like you want to, it's like maybe I'll wait until like when the 3080s or something and buy like a $600 graphics card or some shit.
3080 is not gonna be $600, but okay.
Or like a 3070 or some shit, or a 3060 or something better and just SLI it or some shit because whatever. Definitely want to buy an SSD drive. Is there a really easy way to clone the current drive into the new one?
No,
No.
I'm sure there's easy ways to do it, but you gotta get stuff like software.
Well, the only thing I really want to do is just move Windows over to it. It's like everything else can just stay on it.
There's stuff you gotta. Well, it depends on what kind of drive it is. Like if it's an NVMe drive, you gotta get some stuff.
No, I don't even want to do that. I just want to drop. Literally, I just want to delete the install of Windows and keep all old shit on this drive and just move it over. They're like, but everything's gonna be on that drive. I don't care.
Ooh,
I need
so
to
drives. If you buy NVIDIA 2070 8 gig at Best Buy right now, you get a copy of Death Stranding for free.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Are you thinking about doing that?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I want a 2070.
How much is that?
And you want Death Stranding?
How much?
I'm indifferent to Death Stranding. I'll take or leave Death Stranding. But I mean, I'll play it if I have it, but I'm hesitant to drop money on it. But at least this way, I get to try it without spending money on it. And the 2070 is currently $499.99.
Pretty good.
But I know Best Buy price matches. So I can find it cheaper. I can get a cheaper price and still get Death Stranding.
Depends on the
Nice.
place. Also,
I used to work at Best Buy. I know everyone they price match with.
I know. Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah. It has to be the exact same model, though.
I'm gonna need a new PC, like everything, at some point here because I have a fucking USB hub that's like faulty, and I think
Oh,
it fried one of my USB slots.
Great.
So like
no, dude.
when I plug something in there, it like shorts out like the adjacent slot as well. Really weird.
Great job.
So I've gotten rid of that USB hub.
At the moment, I'm pretty good on power. I have a 9th gen Intel. I have a 10th gen notebook. I don't think I need
Ooh,
anything.
you can get. It's not the NVIDIA brand. It's a Gigabyte, but you can get a Gigabyte 2070 for like $400.
Is it the
That's not
Gigabyte
bad.
WindForce? That's what I had. I have
And it still has
Gigabyte.
Death
Gigabyte
Yeah.
WindForce is like really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. $100 less on Newegg. You still get Death Stranding, and they have a promo code to get another $15 off.
Nice.
That might be worth it. God damn, I wasn't planning on upgrading today, but I mean, these prices.
Awesome.
My wife's gonna be fucking pissed if I bought this though, especially since I
Yeah,
explained to her like why it's so important.
it's not.
Well, because like I was looking up the specs for Cyberpunk, and they recommend at least minimum a 1070, and I'm running a 1060.
What is a 10? Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oof.
the?
Yeah.
Oof.
So I'm like, I mean, it's gotten me by this far, but like, I gotta upgrade this thing, dude. I've had it for like 4 years now.
Yeah. Well,
Gotta upgrade this thing. Unless someone wants to give me money to plug your ad in our show, then I'll do that. Then I can buy the graphics card later.
I don't get why the 10 series is still very expensive.
It wasn't when I got it. I paid like maybe like $100 for my 1060, and that was like 4 years ago. Like it wasn't even that expensive when I bought it.
You got a 1066 gig GDDR5.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
And I paid like $100 for it, and that was like 4 years ago.
Why do they recommend? Okay, like 6 gigs is not enough for this game.
I have no idea, but the recommended settings or the recommended specs are 1070, and that's to run at 1080p. That's not even going into 4K. So it's got me a little fucked up because like literally everything else on my rig is fine except that graphics card. I can probably still run it, but I'm gonna be running it at like sub 40 FPS maybe.
Also, the thing about these RTX cards, don't they have DLSS? And the next generation is going to take advantage of that. Not a similar technology to that, like the upscaler.
Yeah, well, it depends on the game. It has to support it. I know Death
Yeah, Death
Stranding
Stranding
does.
does. There's another game that does.
Control does. Battlefield.
It's a good thing to do, you know. And now you have these I guess you guys don't care about notebook technology, but right now, if you NVIDIA has that Max Q stuff where it maximizes the CPU and GPU at once for whatever it needs.
Ooh, yeah, I heard about that.
So a lot of stuff is just gonna go like one thing. Like, okay, I need you to do this. NVIDIA has one computer that does that, and they call it, and that's the thing that's gonna be on the PS5. that it's just, the CPU and GPU are going to work together to compilate. It's like, hey, I need you to do stuff. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to buy me a 1 terabyte SSD drive soon.
God damn. I need to upgrade my computer. That's all I can think of. I just gotta upgrade my shit.
Well, I need to buy the SSD soon because PC games are going to be, whatever they are. I'm sure I'm fine now, but, it's like.
I had a buddy. I don't know why he did this. He's a super cool dude. He bought me a 250 gig SSD for Christmas and even offered to partition it to my desktop for me. He was super cool.
Oh,
Like that's what I got.
Oh, one last thing. Lenovo did send me that new computer.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, they did send it to me. They sent me it has a touch screen.
That's
They
awesome.
sent me but it's only 14 inches. But you don't want to know the crazy part about it?
What?
This computer's better than the one that I sent back.
That's good.
It's insane. This computer's $800. The one I bought was $500. So big ups, Lenovo. Thanks.
Customer service, 10 out of 10.
Let's give it an 8. It took them a while, but they delivered. All right. Anything else before we get to? There is no thought topics. Everyone's being pretty good boys and girls.
Nothing new, man. I'm probably gonna hop off of this, go play either some Halo 3 or some Last of Us 2. We'll see how I feel. Or I'll play with my dog. She's looking kind of lonely.
Well, people were really into Halo 3 last night for some.
Yeah,
Sure, they were into Rocket Arena
Last
too.
of Us going. Don't let your dog watch The Last of Us though.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. There'll be lots of happy no ones. Wait to see. I got a lot of little buying things to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Also stay tuned for nothing until like later tonight, I guess.
I want to do a quick look of Rocket Arena at some point.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like a plan. That sounds good.
Wrangle one of you guys to join me on that, but
Well, I'm available tomorrow, I guess. I don't know when I'm available these days. It's just, I'll tell you.
All right. Okie doke. Well, twitch.tv/Gameoverse.
Yes.
Gameoverse.com.
Like I said, stay tuned for nothing.
Send us your emails. We got emails at podcast@gameoverse.com.
Wasabi will read them, because if I read them, they'll just go straight to the trash.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it'll be.
Wasabi will forward anything worthwhile to me. I'm gonna have him screen them first, though, for Last of Us 2 spoilers.
I'm sure all of them's gonna go. Please shut the fuck up. And I'm like, well, that's not happening.
Yeah, send us your hate mail.
Hi, you talk too much. I'm like, this is a podcast. What? All right. Thank you all.
Thanks.
All right. Yes. Good night. Goodbye.